And we are back. Apologies for the first half of this campaign because I realised the whole thing was flipping muted during the break. So I apologise for that. And desktop audio is still muted. There we go. So, welcome back, everyone. You have all met your patrons now. The ones who are going to guide you and help you make those difficult decisions. Now, I'm trying to remember who I started with. Who did I start with?
Martin.
Thank you. So, Malric, you were the first to arrive. And as you arrive, you are on the outskirts of the Saviga Wilds. A very, very haunted woods. Somewhere that people do not go, essentially. The people are terrified of the Saviga Wilds. It splits the entirety of Terillia pretty much in half. And you are just outside, just south of the mountain ranges. As your carriage comes down and hits the ground, you look around and there are no others like was promised. At least not for the moment. You can hear whispers through the woods. The sound of faint cackles and giggles fills the air. The thick fog lying across the ground. You are very much alone here, and you hear nothing but the cawing of the crows. As you look up to the moon, just breaking the clouds, you can see a few other carriages starting to head towards you. As you are looking up to these carriages, what you don't notice is the figure standing next to you. A large reaper in a cloak. They throw a body lifeless to the ground at your feet.
I'm going to take a step back, and my quarterstaff is going to appear into my hand as I base my weight down onto it, sort of studying the situation but still remaining silent.
He looks at you and just shakes his head as he raises his hand out, and you see this lifeless body suddenly given life. The first thing you see, Aurea, is Malric. Could you describe yourself, please?
Who, me?
Yes.
I can do one better. I have a image for you. Put it in the general chat.
Could you also
But I
describe
have black
yourself?
hair. Of course, I have black sort of hair, medium length, light stubble similar to my own. I have a hood over my head with a very tattered black robe, except for a brown leather book with different coloured gemstones running down its front. I have a quarterstaff and two daggers hanging on my hip, and a pipe on the other side of my hip. I have a red ring on my right index finger, and it sort of shimmers ever so slightly. And my eyes sort of have a pale sort of greeny colour to them with a sort of orange tint towards the middle. And pointed ears because I'm a high elf, but ever so slightly. But they'd be a little bit submerged by the hood.
And Aurea, could you describe yourself? You're muted.
think you're muted.
Of course I am. The dogs were barking. You see a tall wood elf with brown hair and green eyes and little bits of leaves and things in her hair. And she's wearing leather armor and foresty colored clothing. And once she opens her eyes, she's going to kind of spring up into a ready position, just grabbing for her bow.
I'm going to remain leaning on my quarterstaff and just sort of sarcastically sort of retort, rough ride?
The Reaper vanishes.
Yeah, I wish I'd been given a little bit of warning before that.
Yeah, it didn't look particularly nice as I go like that and my quarterstaff vanishes and I take my pipe and begin loading it. What's your name?
Oria.
I'm going to bow my head sort of politely and say, I'm Malric, and offer a hand up.
I'll take his hand. I guess your ride wasn't as abrupt as mine.
Just a couple of days on a carriage, so not the worst I've had. I'm then going to begin smoking my pipe and blowing the smoke away from us both.
Lucky.
As you finish your introductions, you hear a crash come down. This ghostly figure of mist and bones comes round to the door and opens the carriage. Inside you see a kobold carrying a ridiculous amount of stuff in his tiny little arms.
Yeah.
Would you like to describe yourself, Brimble?
I am a small 3'2" kobold. My colours, my scales and form are shades between orange and red. You can tell I was once full, sort of like a dark, orbity red, but due to my past I've faded and patched over. I'm just wearing standard sort of traveller's clothing, things that I could just find and pick up on my travels to my new home, with an abnormal amount of metals and bits and bobs in my arm whilst trying to shove them in a small little pouch. And I got big ears. I look from the outside very sweet and innocent, but as soon as you look into my rich dark red eyes, you realise that there is clearly something quite vengeful behind them.
I'm going to sort of retort, still smoking my pipe in a bemused fashion. Why, it's a treasure trove to, go against the mighty dragons, sort of looking at all the weapons that he's carrying.
As I am stepping off of the carriage and I hear someone speak, I'm going to look quickly and clock eyes with him, and as he's speaking to me, I'm going to try and shove it all in my little pouch. As I do so, because I've moved so quickly doing so, I'm going to tumble a bit as I get out, and it's going to go everywhere. I'm going to scramble to try and pick it up as quick as I can.
As this carriage leaves, another two arrive. Same thing, the drivers come off and open the carriage doors. And inside, you guys will see Valeth and Liamson. As you both climb off of the carriages together. Could you describe yourselves, please? We'll go with Valeth first.
Okay. I'm quite pale skinned. Almost could come off as white. I've got dark black with a hint of red in my eyes. I have white, wavy, curly, long hair that I hang down past my shoulders. I'm cloaked in a red and black outfit that kind of gives, because I'm from the draconic bloodline, that kind of have like almost like scale look to it. And I am 5'4".
And,
With a spear.
And Liamson?
I am a middle, a young-ish halfling. I am in leather armor, which is hints of black and dark brown, with a hood and a mask that covers up past my nose. So all you can see is my brown eyes, but they seem much darker than many other brown eyes. I have 2 daggers which are on my waist, and a long sword and a short bow on my back.
And as you get off Liamson and you see Valeth, you and the others would notice, as your eyes lock with Valeth, this wilted rose that you are currently have pinned on your clothes suddenly sprout to life.
I'm going to have a very sinister smile on my face as I'm remembering that I basically made this guy cut his tongue out, and I will just walk away and walk over towards the guys at on the other side.
As she walks away, the rose kind of falls ever so slightly, but not completely wilts.
To show no feelings or emotions, I bring my stop staring, bring myself back, and as I always seem to do, follow her to the rest of the group.
So who do I have in front of me?
I'm going to turn around as I tap my pipe out of my arm, and I'm going to say, I'm Malric. This is Aurea. We don't quite know what their name is, as I point to the cobbler still flurrying with their weapons in a small pouch.
I'm gonna look up and go, What, me? My name's Brimble. Who are you? And look over at Valeth. Right. And what's it to you of who I am?
I'm going to raise one eyebrow and then say, my name is Valeth, and I'm going to tap the little guy next to me and say, this sweet silence man over here I call Whisper. And then leave it at that.
The last one of you to arrive, as the cart is swaying as it comes down in for a land, and it comes for quite a rough landing. And out steps Bomber. Can you please describe yourself?
I am a 4'6", slightly stocky mountain dwarf who has a gingery blonde, long beard with braids and gold, cloaked with a blue cloak over his head down, but with silver and gold plating around it, on the shoulders and around the chest, with a leather base underneath. And then over my shoulder I have a fairly dull axe that looks like it was found in the back of a shop, but I've made do with it. I've got a few bags around my waist full of gold and other interesting items. And yes, I'm not very happy. I hop out of the carriage and back and under my breath complain about how wrapped it was, and then stare at everyone else and say, "What are you all doing here?"
I look at him and say, riveting story. And then say, I actually don't know why I'm here. I got told to jump in the carriage and that I would be taken where I needed to go. What about you guys?
I don't think your trip here was quite as rough as mine.
I can
You see,
attest I did see a Reaper drop her off.
I was brought in dead.
Again, I have this massive smile where that tickles me.
Well, I've come here after rumours of the locals stating that there's some knowledgeable spellcasters over in a circus nearby, so I'm just going off of local tales that I've heard.
And I'm gonna, not quite paying attention, but just realised what the Aurea has just said, and go, how the hell are you alive if you were dead?
I don't know. Ask the skeleton that brought me in.
And I'm just gonna look sort of like puzzled at you, and just like I just don't sort of like in a way of like I'm just not quite believing you as of yet.
Heart of the Grim Reaper. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Well, the Grim Reaper brought me here.
A Grim Reaper.
A Grim Reaper brought me here.
That was very specific.
Sounds like a fun guy.
It sounds insane, but I can attest to seeing the Reaper. It was quite disarming, I'd say.
That there's a carnival in town. Do you guys know in which direction this could potentially be?
You'll look at it and say, I know as much as you. I was told to come here and go to the carnival, so that's what I'm gonna do. With a bit of sass towards her.
Maybe, and please stop me if I'm wrong, maybe we would all have some sort of benefit by making this trip towards the carnival together?
I roll my eyes as you say that.
I pipe in and say, well, it's better than standing here with you.
Besides, that little red cobalt over there could arm an army, so it's better to have them around. I'm going to say sarcastically as I adjust my pipe back on and my quarterstaff appears in my hand again. Shall we pick a direction and wander?
I think we shall, as I sling the axe over my shoulder and point.
As you all
One way.
start to head towards the forest, you see a figure starting to walk forwards out of the forest, you see a man in a bright red top hat, a nicely stitched turncoat. Ah, wonderful. I was told to expect some new arrivals. Welcome, welcome, one and all, of course. Yes, I am indeed he, the one you will have been told about, I'm sure.
I'm going to give him a polite nod.
Yes?
At that point, I am going to just slowly sort of like back myself to the back of the group, still being able to see through those that are taller than me legs, but not quite sure of what's in front of me.
I am the ringmaster. Yes, I'm sure they must have simply forgot. I am the one you will be reporting to. But first, before you are fully initiated, we need to get you initiated.
May I ask your name first?
Yes.
Or we start the introductions?
My name is the Ringmaster. I need not know your names, for I already do. Aurea, Bomber, Brimble there at the back hiding. Hello, how are you? Liamson, the heartthrob. Malric and Valeth, the cunning. Yes, I've been told to expect your arrivals. Oh, these games are going to be so much fun. You don't appear to be clapping. I would suggest you start
Fair, I
clapping.
expected that response from you.
I'm going to make my quarterstaff disappear as I give a couple of claps. And then realise that no one's joined in and sort of look around uncomfortably.
Well, never mind. You're obviously not theatre goers. That's okay, that's okay. You'll get to the hang of it. It's quite easy. Now we take one hand, we take the other hand, and we push them together to make a sound. That is called clapping, my friends. Ah, yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you. Well, shall we get going? Do you want to join the carnival of pernicious sin?
Lead
do.
the way.
He turns around to the forest, and he speaks a word in Abyssal. Does anyone know Abyssal?
I do.
He simply says, "Show me the way." And as he does, you see cobblestone streets appear, layered in the thick fog and the creaky signs swaying in the wind. And this is where we have caught up with the present moment. As you follow the ringmaster in, you see big tops and circus tents. You see Ferris wheels and coconut shies. You see all manner of fortune tellers, tarot readers, and other fantastical shows. Now, a lot of this is for the general populace, those who are just looking to have a good time, of course. However, you are here for far more than that. Each of you have been nominated as a quote-unquote champion of an individual, whether you know it or not. The ringmaster simply gestures inwards towards the carnival. Please explore Get to know the lay of the land. I will meet you in the big top as the moon starts to set.
Until then. I'll give him a polite nod as I sort of look to the others before wandering into the carnival.
You see him raise his hand up high, throw something to the ground as you see smoke start to rise. And as this smoke dissipates, you see him just turning and running.
Ah.
I'm gonna get my last bits in my bag, put it over my shoulder, and look at you all, and in a really sarcastic way do the to everyone and be like, see you later, and just kind of like turn around and walk off and sort of like follow the man running in that direction, sort of looking around everywhere that I'm going. Can I do a perception check on the people around me to see if they are recognizing me at all or anything like that?
Make me a perception check. A lot of people seem to be pretty much ignoring you and what you're doing.
Okay. I'm gonna have the mask that the guy gave me in my hand and just kind of like not put it on my head, but just put it around my neck so that it's just hanging there, so I don't have anything in my hands. Just the sack over my shoulder.
Yep. As you go into the big top and you follow the ringmaster in, the big top is a large arena, and you can see there are a stadium worth of seats. And in the centre is perhaps a sort of 200-foot radial diameter, almost arena, show arena. And whilst you don't see the ringmaster himself, you see an individual in some very brightly coloured clothes. Very, very tight, almost lycra-like. She turns to you, and as she turns her head, you notice that half of her face is actually missing. Like you can see like just an eyeball and a skull. Oh, hello. You're awfully cute.
I'm gonna snap at her and say, "Don't call me cute."
Oh, I'm sorry. Awfully fierce? Brave? Courageous? Sharp?
Sharp will do.
Tell me, what is your name?
I'm gonna respond and be like, "I've told too many people my name today. What's it to you?"
Oh, nothing. I just thought that somebody as sharp-witted as yourself would like to make a few friends here whilst you are staying here. This carnival is not for the faint of heart, and I want to make sure that you're looked after.
I'm gonna kind of like roll my eyes and take a big sigh and go, "My name's Brimble. I'll take all the help I can get. What's yours?"
My name is Carvetta. I am what they call a trapeze artist. It's a rather unique thing, and the people seem to enjoy it when I'm flying through the air and doing daring deeds.
I'm gonna sort of pause and then say, "What do you mean by daring deeds?"
Like this, and she just holds her hand in the air as you see a giant trapeze swing lower itself, and she clasps onto it and puts on a phenomenal performance, flying through the air, throwing herself around, and then she drops from 100 feet at the top of this tent and comes trailing down and lands with nary a mark.
I'm gonna look and sort of still having the bringing the sack off of my shoulder and sort of like keeping it in my hand, crossing my arms and being like, impressive.
What is your talent? What is it that you are here to perform?
I'm going to say I don't know of yet, but I was hoping you could help me.
You are one of them. You're one of them.
I'm going to kind of take a step back when she starts to say that and be like, "What do you mean, one of them?"
One of the ones that was told to us would be coming. One of the representatives. I hope you give me a good review.
Depends on your onto how you can help me to whether you get a good review.
Are you hungry? I can go and get you some food. Would you like some steak? Or is that... No, that might be unkind to say to someone like... what would you like to eat?
I'm going to sort of like cross my arms again and tap my foot and be like, "Do you have any beer, bread, butter, your basic ingredients?"
Oh yes, of course. Follow me. I'll take you to the mess, and I can't wait to learn so much about you. We will move over to... Do you know what? Let's go to Aurea. What are you doing when the ringmaster leaves?
I think I will follow his directions and go exploring and wandering.
Is anyone going to go with Aurea?
I'm going to look down at Liamson and just indicate and say, "Shall we follow?"
I nod.
And then we'll follow in the same direction.
Okay. So as the three of you start heading through the carnival, can I get a few perception checks?
Perception.
Are you going with them as well, Marek?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah, I was
Great.
at the start.
Bomber,
I didn't even see what that was. Ooh.
I'm going to stay alone.
You're going to stay alone for now. Cool.
Yes.
So 4 of you.
Where's my skin?
4 perception
Meg.
checks.
First roll.
Well,
The curse is
no.
broken.
You
It's all
say
the computer base.
you say that, and then you're going to play again and whenever, and curse continues.
What was that we were rolling, sorry?
Perception.
Perception.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
What was the woman's name, or did she not introduce herself? I can't remember what her name was.
Calvetta.
Thank you.
How do you spell that?
Calvetta.
We're gonna go with that.
Calvetta.
Was it right? I'll take that. Did you need me to do a perception tab? I assume not.
Everyone that was going with Aurea.
So just Holly's left.
I'm trying to do it. I'm clicking on it, but
Are you
nothing's
double clicking?
No. There's no problem. Sorry, it's so diddy on my...
That's alright. You can change the size of it. Ooh.
Did I just get a nat 20?
Yeah, that's a 25.
You sure did.
25 and a 24. So, is there somebody that's missing from this perception check?
No, Bombard shouldn't. His doesn't count because he's not going
No.
with. But...
You were in the tent. Malric, Aurea, Valith, and
Whispers.
Me and
Oh. Yeah, it's
Whisper.
Liamston. Oh.
Liamson, yeah.
Mate, I need your help with that.
Yeah, so if you click on your character portrait, on the right hand side you'll see a series of tabs. The second one down is skills, and then that's it.
Yeah, no, that was... I meant to roll for him. I forgot about that because I've got his character.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
because my fantasy brands is having a moment.
Okay.
Please
Sure.
excuse me for just a minute. I need to step away.
That's fine. So as the four of you are walking through the carnival, you see, again, all the wonderful sideshows and everything else. And you see a pair of very, very creepy looking clowns. And they have very, very sharp, filed teeth. And this pair of clowns approaches your group. And you see them coming before they even notice you. Oh, hi. Hello. How are you? Brother, don't disturb the Chosen. Sorry about him.
Chosen?
You don't know? How can they not know?
It appears
Or maybe
not.
you can enlighten her.
Well, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Zorn, and this is Thorn. Yes. He is Zorn, and I am Thorn.
Pleasure. I'm Valeth. This is Whispers. And Aurea.
I'm Malric.
Oh, sorry, you were with us. Sorry. And Malric.
A pleasure to meet you, my dear. Well, the Chosen. You see, this is the carnival of pernicious sin. Yes, we are not your ordinary set of sideshows, I'm afraid. And your souls are probably locked here until the chess game is complete. Don't tell him about the chess game. Nudges him again.
Chess game. Duly noted. Could you elaborate on that?
No, we cannot. Look,
Oh, I think you could.
oh, I could. I'm not going to. My life is far more precious than that.
Want to bet?
Can you make me an intimidation check? I love the way you said that. Do you know what? I'm even going to give you advantage on it because of that. Like, that is the kind of real intimidation that is. Like, calm, cool, collected, just... Would you care to chance that? So, to get advantage, you click the ADV button underneath the chat box and then the roll. Sorry, just make another.
Okay.
Just make a second roll. It's fine.
Do another one.
Oh, that was you
I mean,
rolled
do,
intelligence
aren't I?
anyway. So click the
Sorry,
ADV.
what's I meant to do?
Click the ADV. Go to your skills tab and intimidation.
There it is. Hold on. Well,
why
and
didn't
do I
it-
get another one?
Yeah. For some reason, didn't roll advantage. Oh, right. Look, we're not supposed to say anything. No, we can't actually explicitly speak about the things that you're here for. What we can tell you is you are all part of a wonderful game. That's all it is. And the victor will win their heart's desires. Brother, stop speaking.
Thank you for that prize information.
I notice you're carrying the doll.
What, this pretty little thing?
Brother, can we move? I do not want to get on the wrong side of that thing. Yes, brother.
Oh no, please do continue. I am very interested in what you have to say.
Well, we've got a show to prepare. A pleasure, my chosen. I will speak to you again. And you see them clasp each other's hands, and they just start rolling together through the carnival.
That's
wasn't
rude.
expecting that.
Alright. Well, that was interesting. Don't you think? How we're apparently locked into a game. I do like games.
You hear,
Not really.
you hear, and only you hear the doll whisper. The games you are a part of are not to be trifled with. I was part of a game, and the one that gave me to you turned me to this.
I'm going to have an eyebrow raise in recognition of hearing what they said. And can I do is it perception check on the doll to just really look at it and see?
Investigation.
Investigation. Investigation.
I can't lie, I am really vibing to this music.
11.
11. On an 11, as you look over this doll, you're convinced the eyes are like following you, and no matter what position you have it in, it's looking at you.
Interesting. I'm going to keep that to myself and just assume that no one else heard that, and said, "Shall we continue looking around?"
Sure, there shouldn't be too many questionable
see why
clowns
not.
recording information for too long. Let's see what else we can find.
As you continue through, Malric, you spot something very, very suspicious in this adult carnival. You see a young girl. Now, this young girl has like a very, very thin white veil over her face. And she too is carrying a doll that is very similar to the one that Valeth has. And she comes running up to you. You specifically. Oh, hello. My name's Helga.
Hey, Helga, I'm Malric.
Would you like to come and play a game?
I'm not much for games, but what game did you have in mind?
Oh, I do enjoy a tea party.
A tea party?
Yes.
Would my friends be able to accompany me? As I gesture to those with me.
She looks over to them. Not that one. She points at Valeth.
And why is that?
She's not exactly dressed for tea parties.
And to look down at myself and look back at her, and again, just raise an eyebrow.
Oh, but you see, she has a dolly that can come, and I'm gonna look at her as she's investigating her doll.
Yes.
Perhaps that's
yes.
another person to join us.
I have too many dollies. Like that one.
I'm gonna turn over to Bailiff and go, well, I tried. Guys, do you want to go to a tea party?
I'll stay with Valeth.
I'm gonna then turn back and say, it looks like it's just you and I.
Oh, I'll come as well.
Ah, there we are.
Oh, goody.
2 for tea.
More people for tea parties. And she, like, holds both of your hands reaching up. And this girl, her appearance is very much that of sort of a 16, 17-year-old. But her voice and persona is much, much younger. As she holds your hands, she drags you to a tall, standing, ornate mirror that has bronze rims. It's just in here.
I'm going to look over the bronze mirror, almost sort of like inquisitive.
Come on, come.
I'm going to continue almost like I'm looking over and investigating it, almost hesitantly.
Can you make me an Arcana check?
The curse is broken.
21.
21.
Is Aurea investigating the mirror as well?
I mean, I can. I just don't have very good investigation.
Arcana, please.
Oh, Arcana?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's every bit as good as investigation, so...
Cool. Yeah, you never know. Sweet. So, you just think this is a very, very pretty mirror, and the girl is, like, showing you that you can walk through it as she's trying to almost drag you both. As you're looking over this mirror, Malric, in your research over many, many years, you will have heard of mirrors like this, but you never thought they would actually exist. It is actually almost like a pocket dimension of considerable size. You can't see into it without passing through it.
I'm going to relay that back to Aurora and just hesitantly look over it again before sort of taking a sigh, bashing out my pipe one time and fastening it back on my belt and then walking through.
As you both walk through, you walk into what it looks almost like a wooden cabin. And you pass rooms and rooms and rooms. And each of these rooms has maybe 100 of these porcelain dolls. Oh, just in here. I've got to go and get some friends for our tea party. As you go in, you see there is a nice little children's table with some smaller chairs.
I'm going to look around the room and sort of nod at the young person as they go to get their friends and subtly say to Aria, I've never really been a fan of dolls.
Oh, my friends were animals growing up. No dolls.
Looks and scrolls my end, so it's always a bit disarming and discomforting to me. But when in Rome...
Can you each make me a perception check?
I can indeed. There we go, back on the 3.
It's alright, Oria's got you this time.
Yeah.
Oria, as you look upon these dolls, they look eerily lifelike. In that none of them are identical. You know, normally when dolls are made, they're made to the same specifications and everything else. However, you've never seen this many different dolls in one place. As you take a closer look, and do you touch them? Do you interact with them at all, or?
I don't touch them, but I do look at them closely.
As you look at them closely, you see the eyes, and the eyes are moving. All of them. Looking around in panic. And as you get a bit close, you notice one drop to the floor, not too far away from you.
I kind of just look over at it. Huh. Can I see where it fell from?
Yep, there's a nice little space on one of the shelves.
I'm going to gently pick it up and place it back in its place.
As you touch it, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh. Of fucking course.
You hear it scream at the top of its voice in your head. It fills every ounce of your body, this ear-piercing scream. And this porcelain doll looks almost like a lumberer. Somebody who would go out to the woods and chop down trees for firewood and that sort of thing. And the scream that comes out of it you wouldn't expect of somebody of this appearance, let's say. But it is a very high-pitched scream. And as the screaming stops, you hear it say, "Get out, get out, get out now. She wants you. You're gonna turn into one of us. Get out."
I'll just kind of stumble back from it then.
As you become aware of this, can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, jeez. Oh no. First to die, first to die.
As you put it back on the shelf and you move away, you notice your arm, your left arm specifically, feels rather a bit heavier than normal. As you look down, your hand has been turned to wood. At that moment, Helga comes back in with a few more dolls. "Oh goody, the tea party's ready." And on that note, we're going to switch over to Bomba.
That doll is fucking terrifying.
Okay.
Screw that, mate. Screw that.
So, Bomba, what is it
Yes.
you do?
I watch everyone else. I pick up my axe and I just start nearest place to sit and drink. Is my aim.
Wonderful, I love it. Make me a perception check.
I know how to do that now, so I will.
on a 12, as you're wandering through, you do notice there are a few like food carts and drink carts and whatever else. And you approach one of these drink carts. They've got big kegs of ale, both sides of them. And behind it is a gnome. And this gnome has a bright green hat, bright green clothes, and a bright ginger bushy beard. Oh, hello there, how you doing? How's your luck feeling yet?
How's my luck feeling? Not the best. I'm in this place.
Oh no, come. It's really not that bad. It's quite a pleasant place once you get used to it. There's plenty to do, plenty to see, plenty of people to talk to.
I wasn't intending getting used to it. I was intending paid.
Oh, my dear boy, you're here now. You ain't gonna be leaving anytime soon. From what I understand it, you're one of them, aren't you?
One of what is that?
One of the ones that have been sent here. By the ones who make all the fun and games.
That would be the fancy man with the...
Oh, yes. A man of vanity. Yes, he got me too. I lost a bet. The cheating bastard. Do you like to play cards, lad?
Not particularly, no. It was on the list.
How about a game of dice?
That's
I
I'm
know-
better at, yes.
Sorry?
That I'm better at, yes.
Ah. Wonderful. Well, I'll tell you what. How about a game of sixes?
Okay.
Just to make you a bit more comfortable. The rules are very simple, and he hands you a cup. And inside this cup, there are 5 dice. Now, the rules are pretty simple. We both roll 5 dice. And for every 6 we get rid of a dice. And the one left with no dice at the end is the loser.
Now, what does losing intake?
Oh, well, each round, of course, we up the ante a little bit. I'll start us off nice and simple, like 1 copper piece. And he puts a copper piece down.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
So, to roll multiple dice that doesn't have a check or anything, if you click and hold on the dice that you wish to roll and move it, and then click the right button, you will add a dice. You want 5d6 and you want to roll them. Oh, now that's some bad luck, that is. Look at that. I've already got a 6. I'm down to 4. You're bound to win this. And you have to roll it in the dice, the chat box as well. Sorry, I should have said that.
Okay, so
Oh, you got one too. Well, we're both down to 4 dice. I'll roll again, but this time I'll put in a silver piece. What about
Okay.
you?
match your silver piece with a silver piece of mine.
Wonderful. Oh, now that's some danged luck, that is. Look at that.
Right, so
You go ahead and... You got one too. Oh, this is uncanny. I've never seen a game like this. This is really getting tense now. Do you know what? I'm feeling ever so lucky with this next roll. So I will put in 5 gold pieces.
I will also fit in 5 pieces.
It's 3 dice now, remember? Oh. Oh, look at that. Another 6. And you've still got all 3 dice now. That's incredible, that is. Well, I'm not
Yeah.
feeling quite so lucky, so I'm just going to up the ante by 1 gold piece this time.
I also will join him.
So you remember, you got 3 dice, I got 2, and that was luckier than I could believe. Oh, ach me. Well, I'm nearly brassic. So I'll tell you what, I'll throw in a keg of ale worth 30 gold pieces.
I suppose that means you want something 30 gold as well.
Or just 30 gold pieces, match the value. Now,
Okay.
I'm doing alright now. Come on, your turn, your turn.
My turn indeed.
And as you roll, can you make me a perception check?
Okay.
He needs to make a... As you roll the dice, you notice his hand move. And as his hand moves, he says something. And you notice the numbers on the dice shift to all being 6s.
My dice or his dice?
Your dice.
Ah, sneaky. Well, obviously I will react to that by slamming my fist on the table. Cheat.
Oh, you saw that, did you? I'm terribly sorry. Look, keg of the beer in the house, and you take the gold.
I snatch the gold off the table, the keg, huff and walk away from the table.
Nice.
Basically muttering, cheating.
You gain about what was it? 1, 7. There's about 8 gold pieces in total,
Nice.
and the keg of beer.
Fucking hell.
That was a bit tense.
Yep, I felt sick.
And, I mean,
Person who actually got exactly what he wanted, ale and gold.
it wasn't exactly intense because they were at a cart, but I get your point. So, as you finish up, wherever you guys are, you will notice that in the sky the moon is starting to bridge on the horizon at this point. As you all head over to the ringmaster's tent.
Did Malric and I escape our
Oh,
tea
that's
party?
a point. That's a point. I forgot about that.
You're now stuck with a wooden arm forever.
So,
Oh no! That's my bow arm!
the 4 of you that are outside would notice the moon starting to set, and you start to head towards the big top. Malric and Aurea, as you are sat inside the tea party, and you've just seen Helga come back, what would you like to do?
I'm going to move away from the dolls after seeing her arm change and sort of look over it without touching her. See if there's anything that I can do, almost sort of again inquisitively in my nature.
From your Arcana check earlier, You know that the magic is contained within this mirror.
We need to get out of here. I'm thinking if we get through that mirror, your arm should go back to normal.
We have to meet back up with the ringmaster anyway, so...
In that case, I'm going to, in my usual manner, go like that as my quarterstaff appears. I'm going to use it to try head towards where we came through.
So as you leave the room, Helga is coming down the hall. Oh, no, please don't go. I just want some friends.
And I'd be delighted to be your friend, but we have an appointment with the ringmaster.
Oh, it's okay. He knows you're here. I made sure of it.
I don't like to be late for meetings, but we can be back another time.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, it would have to be.
Oh, no, please stay. It'll be so boring without you here.
Then why don't you come with?
Oh, I need to get back home soon. Please, we'll only be an hour or so. The ringmaster won't mind.
He specifically asked for us to be there at this time, so we can't dilly-daddle, unfortunately.
Kind of our job to be there for him.
You start to see her face turn through the thin veil, and she scowls like a toddler being told off.
We'll be back another time.
That's not fair. Can you both make me a con save, please?
So good at those.
Where is the con save on that
There
one?
we go.
So on the front page, on your main, on the right hand side.
Where it says saves.
Oh yeah.
Roll high. Oh.
So as you both start to leave, you can feel the magic of this place starting to warp you. Aurea, you manage to shake it off for the most part, and as you both start to almost run towards the exit, Malric, your legs suddenly become itty bitty, and you are clonk, 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 clonk on these hardwood floors. You both...
I'm gonna brace on my quarterstaff while I'm doing it.
As you get to the edge of this mirror, Aurea, you are the first out.
All right.
And you start to leave the mirror, but your arm cannot leave it. Your arm is stuck on the other side.
Ah.
Malric, you try putting your foot through the exit to the mirror. You cannot get your foot through. You can get the top half of your body through, but your foot is stuck. You can try and grab onto the mirror frame and pull yourself. You cannot escape. Can you both make me one more con save, please? So Malric, on this con save, you pull yourself out. And your legs, as you pull yourself out, you get out, but the top layer of skin just strips off of your legs.
Ah.
Oh.
I'm going to scream out in pain as I then fall onto the floor on the other side of the mirror.
You are on 1 HP, FYI.
Jesus.
Aurea, you are starting to be pulled back through the mirror, and this time as you're being pulled back through, more and more of your arm is being transformed. Can you make me another con save, please?
If I don't make this con save, I'm gonna start drawing steel. I don't like this.
16. You manage to get your arm out. And again, your arm just strips of the top layer of skin.
Ah.
It's like a really, really nasty sunburn.
Ah,
And again, 1 HP.
okay. Alright. Ah. Oh. Alright. I suppose we've learned a lesson.
Yeah, this fucking place sucks.
Ah. Don't trust the carnies.
You see the moon as you escape has now almost completely set.
We gotta get to the big top. Can you stand?
I'm gonna attempt to pull myself up on my staff,
You can stand and still use your legs. It just
Cool.
hurts.
and I'm gonna wince, walking almost like an old man, even though I'm not, towards where we're supposed to go.
Zorn and Thorn come up behind you both. Oh, you appear to be running late. Yeah, you're running late. You better hurry up. Do you need a hand?
We're coming as fast as we can. We had a run-in with Helga? The girl with the dolls.
Uh-oh. Yes. A thing about Helga is she is nobility. Not here, so you're safe in that regard, but don't get caught by, the Vermonts. They will probably take out their anger on you for upsetting their daughter. Yeah, and, if you need a hand, we can get you there quicker.
I'm gonna look to her almost as if to be trusted situation.
I'm gonna look
was
at
to
him
come
with
through.
the same look coming right back at you. I think we'd both rather get there under our own steam, if you don't mind.
Well, hurry.
Consider it character building.
And they roll off as you guys run to the big top. And as you get inside the big top, you see the sun rise on the outside of the tent. And you just see the carnival disappear and vanish. Everything except what is inside the big top. Almost frozen in time. As you get there and you see the others have already taken their seats. The others can see clearly the injuries you've sustained. The ringmaster smiles. Well, that was curious. You nearly missed your deadline. That would have been a bit disastrous, wouldn't it?
Helga was insistent.
Helga? Helga Vermont was here? Oh, I miss her. What a shame. I like that little girl. I hope you didn't hurt her, did you?
No.
No. She hurt us, though, as we tried to meet our deadline.
Oh, now, that's nothing but a scrape. 'Tis merely a flesh wound, my dear. Come on, take your seats,
I'm gonna hobble over to my seats, and then when I sit down, sort of wince like.
Now, welcome everybody. I hope you have enjoyed the carnival and the festivities. But for now, we need to get down to business, I'm afraid. You have all been chosen to take part in a series of events. You see, there is a bit of a game going on, and the financier of our little carnival, well, he was getting bored, and we had to do something to put on a show. And so you will all be part of this show, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we will.
What do you expect us to do for this show?
Oh, you will know by the time the next moon rises. For the financier and his friends will reach out to each one of you, one by one, and submit to you a task. You must achieve this task. And if you achieve it, there will be rewards. Fail it, and there will be problems. Enjoy. And he once again raises his hand high, throws a little cracker onto the ground as the smoke plumes, and he turns and just runs away.
I love that.
And that, my friends, is the end of the intro of That Which Evil Fears. I hope you have enjoyed tonight's session, and we will arrange the next session shortly. But for those of you watching, for those of you on catch up or wherever you may be watching us, I do hope that you enjoy, and all your 20s be natural.